Yeah, I know. I don't normally do these. It's very, very half-assed thumbnail for the watch along, but oh man. Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting it until about 45 seconds ago. So, essentially, I have nothing better to do tonight, and so getting set up a little bit. I'm gonna set up so that I can watch it just on the TV. Uh, but yeah, no, I wasn't really doing much tonight anyway. So yeah, I guess we're doing this. Essentially, what I'm just doing right now is I'm getting a jump start on website updates for tomorrow because I'm not going to be home when SummerSlam airs tomorrow. I'm going to be on the road to my family's Thanksgiving because we do ours on Sunday because my dad's family do ours on Sunday because my wife's family do theirs on Thursday, and we live 3 hours away from both of those sets of family. And so when SummerSlam's airing tomorrow, we're going to be in Alex's car on the way back to seeing our families. And so I'm getting it set up so I can watch it on the big screen over here because why not? Like everyone kind of already knows I'm not the biggest AEW guy in the world. I never have been. Um, like I'm not a huge AEW guy by any means, but I figure just have fun with it for tonight, I guess. If they're being very like that was the wrong cable. I just unplugged the wrong cable. Hold on. It's okay. It's all right. I am a professional. I do this not quite for a living, but I do this for pocket change every month. I do this to pay my car insurance every month. You guys pay my car insurance pretty much. So, no, that does not mean you guys own my car by any means. In fact, I don't even own my car. I think that my lease is through owns my car. But anyway, feel like the acclaim breakup tonight. I don't know which one costs the other. So here's the thing: you guys might have to educate me a little bit tonight. Um, I have not watched AEW regularly in almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. Oh my god, that is ow. So if you're wondering what just happened, okay, well everything is opening up all at once right now. So hold on. Yes, that's fine. I'm working on it, guys. I am working on it. Listen in.
Private Party to claim their first title, but Kings of the Black Stone earned their spot in this match by defeating FTR, another equally accomplished duo.
There we go. All right, cool. I'm actually on my big TV now. I already won the belts, like the Halloween edition of Dynamite. I did see that. I actually watched the Halloween edition of Dynamite because, much like this watch along tonight, I had nothing better to do. Like, Because I have nothing better to do, pretty much, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I assume that since this is Private Party's first defense, they probably retain. How do I do this? Shit. There. There, that'll work. I will once again reiterate, I feel like the House of Black should be doing more. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so essentially tonight I'm doing this watch along because I got nothing better to do. And so right now what I'm doing, like I said, is I'm just getting a jump start on the website, pretty much. And I might get some modding done. Like essentially this stream is like a lot of the other watch alongs, right? This is my Xander needs to hold himself accountable of some stuff stream. Where I'm gonna just be working on graphics and website updates and modding and stuff, because I need to do that. I've been putting it off forever. I got a bunch of characters that should be getting featured on the indies and stuff, and should be part of like retro events and stuff. I just haven't modded them in because I haven't felt like it. So I'm working on that right now. But yeah, like I said, I imagine Private Party probably wins this, although I would not complain about an Outrunners win because they do make me laugh a lot. And I certainly wouldn't complain about Malachi Black getting a title. Even LAW was crazy today. Yeah, I saw. So obviously I'm not around in LAW right now. Aaron Stevens is steering the ship, and seems he steered towards the iceberg today. Because apparently Chris Jericho is now part of LAW. Aaron, what the fuck? Like, Aaron, what the fuck? And Jericho is challenging Ray for the LS11 Grand. God help me if Chris Jericho wins my belt. The Outrunners have the best names ever. Truth, Magnum, and Turbo Floyd. Those are the best names I've ever heard. I also once heard someone describe the Outrunners as an NXT 2.0 gimmick that found its way into AEW. Yeah, the learning tree has risen, apparently. So, whatever the fuck that's about. But yeah, I do appreciate those of you who joined me for this very last minute stream. Like, I didn't know I was going to do this. But I just kind of was like, why not? Oh, man. Which, of course, I didn't tell my wife I was streaming tonight, so I feel a little bad about that one, I'll admit. But I think right now she's playing Sea of Thieves with our roommate. So yeah, they're just playing Sea of Thieves with. That one is definitely what the old bastard would do for tag team spots. Go, and then I don't know how to feel about the name of a move being Scissor Me Timbers. So, from what I've gathered, AEW has been a little better lately. Um, and this isn't going to be me sitting here ragging on everything I dislike about AEW for several hours. This is just going to be, I'm giving AEW another chance. Let's see if Tony Khan can win my viewership back tonight. Right. Steven's stuck it to me again. Well, I'll be back eventually. I will be back eventually to the LAW. And then Aaron will get what's coming to him. Some people never truly reach the mountaintop, and that's fine. Cassie will probably be world champion one day. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not today, though. That will probably be something that would turn me away from AEW again as world champion Orange Cassidy. I don't find him that entertaining, personally. I used to. Like, I really did used to find him entertaining and funny, but, like, now it just feels like... It just feels like it's run its course for me at this point, and that's fine. Now everyone's going to like everything. Oh, yeah, this show he's going to die. But yeah, right now what I am doing is... Excuse me. Right now what I'm doing is just going through and doing all the updates for tomorrow. And I gotta make sure I don't mutter to myself what I'm doing. And I might go ahead and do all the new Smack Sound renders for Ray, just because that happens on Friday. And as a reminder to everybody here, Monday's episode of Raw is going to be a 5 p.m. premiere on Monday itself. It's going to be 5 p.m. because that gives me time to go do my job for the day and make money, because I need to do that. It's kind of important. I like to be able to pay my rent. I don't like to pay my rent, but I like to be able to pay it when I need to. Oh, that was a pretty good counter there from Caster. But Caster's one of those people who has go away heat with me. He's one of those that I just do not like at all. Oh, that was a neat tag finisher from Outrunners. I like Anthony Bowens a lot. I think he's got a lot of potential. The first Pac feud was awesome. Oh yeah, the match between him and Pac was amazing. I remember that. But I see Bowens as the bigger star of the Acclaimed. That might just be me. I don't know. Caster's good at creating controversy, and that's about it. You can, though. You can pin your own partner in this kind of matchup. God, my laptop is sounding like a damn jet engine over there. Needs to get back to internet wrestling stuff. I'm not interested in him anymore. It's very clear that, like, it's very clear he's trying to force things to happen that are just for him, and he doesn't care about making Anthony Bowens collateral damage along the way. Private Party got a pretty cool finisher. And a dub for Private Party. Nice. They've grown on me a little bit, have Private Party. Now that Isaiah Cassidy's entire gimmick isn't he moans, they've grown on me a little more. That match also feels like AEW's getting the wheels back under them, or getting their feet back under them in the tag division, which is what they really thrived with early on. That was a fun match. That was a fun opening. Yeah, it was a fun opener. Can't wait for the other 9 or whatever matches tonight. I would like to be out of here by midnight on stream. That would be nice. I just want to be out of here by midnight. That's all. Because we do have that long round trip tomorrow. We're gonna be in the car for about 6 hours tomorrow, which I love my wife, but that is going to be rough. Not because I don't like being with her, but more so because being in the car that long is stressful for everybody.
Yes, they sent the message. Tonight, we send a message back. AEW sends a message back. We already started with Private Party. They're just like me. They started here from day one. Sacrifice everything for the past 5 years, and now they are the AEW Tag Team Champions. Because AEW means everything to them. Just like it means everything to me. Just like it means everything to all these people who look at this thing. How could you understand this? You couldn't possibly understand it. Because you never needed AEW. It wouldn't exist without AEW. Private Party wouldn't exist without AEW. Tonight, I showed you that AEW thing. I changed the power.
Oh man.
Everything that AEW represents. Out of that briefcase, and I put it into my back. And become the new AEW World Champion.
Mox doesn't really. You're right. He doesn't. MJF and Roddy. Okay, I'm genuinely curious because I've seen Ultima or JT being crazy about this in the Discord for like 3 weeks now. What is the story? What's the deal with Roderick Strong versus MJF? Why does Roderick Strong want to fight MJF? Hatred, he and Adam are friends. Honestly, I don't remember. Both Cole and Roddy want to end MJF, and MJF said first 3 wins get the match. Right. Yes, I hear that. But why does Roddy want to end MJF? What did MJF do to Roderick Strong? Yeah, I know you meant Roddy. I'm sure it was just Zach versus autocorrect is like one of the big live stream feuds. It's like JT versus Xander's patience. Or Xander versus OBS dropping frames for no reason. Roddy wants to make MJF pay for all the backstabbing he's done. Okay. See, now that is a reason. Thank you. Is it a good reason? Not really. But that's not your fault, Brantley. That's Tony Khan's fault. Oh, Undisputed Kingdom is still a thing. Apparently. I thought we were just going to sweep that under the rug and pretend it didn't happen. I see Roderick Strong has gotten rid of the mustache. Got MJF here by shenanigans. Yeah, same here. If they're building to MJF versus Adam Cole, then MJF taking a loss to Roddy makes no sense. And I know someone's going to be like, oh, but what if Cole costs him? Doesn't do much for me. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Again, MJF really needs to find some more substance outside of a cheap heat. Oh, so now it's not he's going to go to WWE. Now it's he's going to go make movies. Got it. Kevin. Oh, hey, Kevin. 4-4 predictions so far. Yep, same here. Kevin, we very well might have the same predictions. According to Flatliner, a lot of us have the same predictions. Been doing the same things as on GTS. I'm not really shocked. Listen, I've said it before. You know, when I was a teenager, I watched GTS, but like as I've gotten older, just the style of it and the humor of it just don't appeal to me anymore. The AJ match was great. Oh, the Costco guy? I didn't watch it. I clicked through. I did what everyone else does on my videos, and I clicked through to see who won on the pre-show. I feel like we need MJF to evolve past his usual shtick. I couldn't agree more. But like I said, you know, I said it before, I'll say it again, just in case someone joins in and thinks, oh, these guys are just shitting on AEW. This stream is not going to be me shitting on AEW the whole time. I will give my honest thoughts on stuff. Like, the tag match was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the opening tag match. But right now, MJF just saying things to get cheap heat against Roderick Strong, not really doing it for me. Excuse me. I've been battling this cough. You guys have seen. I've been battling this cough forever. Max is better than Max is better than that. It's easy, but come on now. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I look at it as well. Also, folks, I don't know. You guys might have noticed I've been sipping a Zaxby's cup tonight. Zaxby's is no longer making their chicken finger tacos anymore. And that makes me really sad because I really liked those and they were so good. They were so good. And they just, I guess I know they were a limited time thing. I know this. But it makes me very sad because I've been craving them all week. Opened up the app to order them, and they are no longer on the app, which means they are no longer a thing. And just it's first world problems to the highest extent. Like it is very much world's smallest violin out here for it. But it does make me sad. Do I see a heel DIY working? Yeah. Yeah. I see it. Gargano and Ciampa are both so good as heels that I feel like there's a good straight man, like, there's a good, almost good cop, bad cop dynamic with them of, like, Johnny being a master manipulative and going, like, and if you don't give us what we want, my friend's gonna kill you.
The team is a good hot monster is a big winner, obviously one of the biggest wins he's had in AEW, no doubt. MJF whipping the arm of Roderick Strong, driving him down the mat. With separation between these two athletes, MJF first to his feet.
No, it would work easily. Because they're both so good as heels, that it would work easily. Annoying Puppet Master and Deranged Psycho Killer. Exactly, Pierre. Exactly. You get it. Oh boy, hold on.
Strong returning MJF. Winning, hoping to apply more pressure. Strong locked in on target.
Maybe just maybe have them link up with Kevin. DIY KO. Oh.
Discredit to his opponent, and his own peril. Mike Strong the opportunity to capitalize trouble. Two, and it's time again. MJF able to kick out to escape. Actually pushed himself out there. That left arm that time just reached the head.
Oh, sweet. I will keep an eye on that. I will deal with that tomorrow because it is 8:33 p.m.
Strong's favoring his left hand. Again, phenomenal crowd. We just saw a good shot up this crowd here. This is a great venue for AEW. It always has been. We love being in Newark, New Jersey, at a convention center. Good stuff, good man. All movers, devil. You see the fire hall. The ring here, and MJF high above the elbow, and Roderick Strong into both boots came crashing down. MJF, the hammerlock,
Yeah, DIY KO. I said that. I know what I was saying. I was wondering what I was trying to remember what I was doing on the website. But yeah, no, I got an email about a job I'd applied to. So.
One of the arms and it prevents you from putting your hands down first, right? To take away some of the impact. MJF. Well, there you go.
Cena Punk's gonna be interesting, but I think Drew Rock is the most interesting match on the card. Yeah, I like that match a lot. Ray and I did that one. So we did SummerSlam a very unorthodox way compared to normal. Yeah, would be. I got an email from a job I'd applied to asking me about doing about coming in and doing an interview. So I will respond to that message tomorrow because they sent that message. When did they send this message? Actually, tonight. They sent this message just now.
We've done it over the years. He knows what he's doing. But MJF, you could see the back, perhaps spasming.
Interesting. But yeah, I'll reply to that in the morning. I am technically out of office when it comes to work-related stuff right now. Well, this is my other job, but you get my point. Oh. Time has changed from not being able to stand one another to having respect for one another between Punk and Cena. Oh, yeah.
Except for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Strong. Perhaps for another heartache on the top. Because we want to find out. Two counts. But both competitors are strong. That one was in his spine. And now.
Can Cena finally beat Punk? We shall find out, I suppose. But yeah, Ray and I did SummerSlam very differently from how we normally do our commentary together this time. I think I've talked about it just a little bit. Like I haven't talked like at length about it, but I've talked about it just a little bit. We couldn't do it in person like we normally would. We had to do it over Discord, and I edited it last night, and actually doing it over Discord was honestly a lot easier in the long run for me, because it means that neither of us had to take like an entire weekend to go stay at the other's house and get it done. And more importantly for me, I didn't have to pack up my entire computer setup to take it to Ray's to do commentary. Because that's how we've done it for the last several commentary events we've done, is I've gone to him, like for the rum. And Roddy taps out to the armbar. But anyway, didn't Cena beat Punk at Mania 29? Yeah, so that's been mentioned before. It's been mentioned multiple times. I think it's mentioned tomorrow. Yes, he beat Punk there, but he pinned Rock. Rock was pinned in that match. So John Cena has never pinned CM Punk in a championship match. And he's never beat him in a one-on-one championship match. I assume we're going to hear Adam Cole's theme hit in a second. Or we're just going to get Adam Cole, like, running down. Or he's just going to stomp on the hand and get away with it. Oh, well, Adam really just waited until his buddy got his hand stomped. Some friend. Some friend you are, Adam. Oh, and there's Bennett and Taven. And Kyle. Oh, I didn't know Kyle had gotten wrapped up in all of this. Yeah, I did not know Kyle O'Reilly had been wrapped up in all this. I thought he was part of the... So what I'm hearing is Bobby Fish should be returning to AEW any day now. Folks, where's the lie? Oh god, this is the match where... Oh, this is the match where I just need to shut my mouth. Because I have nothing nice to say about this match. See, Ray gets it. Is this SummerSlam matchup last year's? I think this year's might be better. I think I like this year's more. Like, I'll just say what's on my mind here. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win, Xander. The intrusive thoughts are Tony Khan really shot himself in the foot hiring Mercedes Moné because she clearly doesn't want to be there. She's phoning in every performance she has, and she's just collecting the paycheck. But he's paying her so much that he's got to put her on TV and do things with her and push her so that he can try and at least recoup some of the, what, $20 million a year that he's losing on her? Fucking come at me, Mercedes fanboys. You called me an outright slur last time, so do your worst. Which I think I've told you guys about that. Like, Extreme Rules 2021. Yes, Extreme Rules 2021. When Sasha Banks returned and attacked both Becky and Bianca at Extreme Rules, I mentioned that I'm not the biggest Sasha Banks fan and that I've always preferred Becky Lynch when it comes to the Horsewomen. And someone just outright called me a slur in the comments for liking Becky more than Sasha. So, you know. Also, her theme is just terrible. It's just CEO over and over again. With the fan chants very clearly piped into the theme. Wrestling fans suck. They really do. That's why I'm not on Twitter anymore. But yeah, bigger than Cody's reign ending last year. That's a good question. Kind of a complicated question, though, because it's like how you compare I think it's just overall a better show. Oh yeah, the dance is stupid. I don't care for her at all. Hey, Tatum. Good to see you, bud. See, now what I've got to do tonight is make sure I don't accidentally get trigger happy and publish the website. Oh, whoops. Did AJ bring the boom tonight? I didn't watch the pre-show. I have been told by reliable sources that he did in fact bring the boom tonight. I do like Chris Statlander. I think there's a lot of potential there for her. I think she's got big potential to be something big in wrestling. Heatwave was crazy. Oh yeah, I liked Heatwave a lot. It's my favorite Pokemon. Do I have him over here? No, he's somewhere else in the room. Oh, he's up on that shelf. Squirtle is my favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon are Squirtle and Turtwig. Those are my two favorite guys. It's quite the theme I've got going on there, but I like the little turtles. I think they're cute. Yeah, I've also got Mercedes retaining. That was a head over heart on that one. Unless they ever make it just blatantly obvious she's not winning, I will always go for her winning. Oh, and I'm just dropping frames over here. Ray does not have any love for Big Boom AJ of the Costco guys. Tell us how you really feel, Ray. What's next on the card? So, kind of funny thing yesterday. You guys talking about Heatwave there. Didn't think about it. When I was streaming yesterday, I outright spoiled a result. I outright spoiled a result for Heatwave on accident. Oh, okay, Pierre. You went with Osprey to lose to Fletcher. I went with Osprey winning. So that's one where we differ. That might be the only one where we differ. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so with Heatwave, I accidentally spoiled the result yesterday. If you watched the stream and you listened to and save it, when I was scrolling American title, I went, oh, I need to remember to take that off of him. Then pause and went, because that's the created wrestler Cardona, not the modded one. Because Matt Cardona got annihilated today, if you didn't see. He is no longer the champion. Pretty positive it's the only one we differ on. Probably. I don't even remember what else happening tonight, but I know I've got Lashley to beat Swerve. I've got But I've got Lashley to beat Swerve. I've got Mox retaining. I got Garcia winning. I've got Takeshita winning. Takeshita Ricochet is probably the one I'm the least confident on. Because Tony Khan does kind of like to just put the belt on his put belts on his new toys a lot of the time. And Ricochet is still a fairly new toy. Oh, man. Shotgun Robo hit zero. He did it twice. Even. He did it twice. My dad is God love him. He's trying to figure out what to get my wife for Christmas, so I'm helping him. So anytime you see me like pull out my phone for a minute, that is mainly what I'm doing, is texting my dad to help him plan what to get Alex for Christmas. He's doing his best. He's just Alex and I have been together for almost 8 years, but my dad is not. My dad is great at Christmas. He loves getting people stuff, but my dad is great at giving people things for Christmas, but the issue is he and Alex aren't super close. So he needs my guidance on what to get her a lot. I will also say, on a different note here, just because I saw Zach mention a match, just on a different note while I was thinking about it. I'm very excited, right? I talked about this in the Discord earlier today. I am I am almost more excited for you guys to see the Raw after SummerSlam because you don't know what to expect, and it is one of the biggest episodes of Raw I have ever made. Like I legit think it will go down as being one of the best episodes of Raw in LS11 history. Like, I think when a lot of people think of like what's the best episode of Raw in LS11 history, a lot of people point to Day 1 Raw where CM Punk returned. A lot of people point to Season 4's Draft Night where Cody cashed in and became and became the World Heavyweight Champion. A lot of people point to oh, you got my point. A lot of people point to like those episodes. A lot of people point to Skeleton Crew Raw now as one of the best episodes ever. I think this will firmly take a place as one of the best episodes of Raw in LS11 history. Mercedes knee twisted all going on. That's not good. But yeah, and that is the most I can tell you about the Raw after SummerSlam, obviously, because, like, I can't talk too much about it, because I can't be like, oh, and this is what you're going to get on it, because, like, I can't really say much without it spoiling who wins at SummerSlam and stuff. Or other things that might be happening at SummerSlam. Like I said, would absolutely love to see Chris get the win here. She is one of those that's grown on me a lot.
She should represent this company as a champion. Which I might be arguing for it.
Hope she's okay. As much as I hate her, you gotta hate when someone gets injured, especially when they're a champion. Oh, for sure. Okay, Ray. No, I knew what I was doing. Dick. I knew how far to take that conversation. And I will have you know, Ray, I do just fine on my own on stream. Oh, man. Man, I do feel bad, genuinely, like, members and patrons. I am really sorry that I have not been, like... Ow. I am really sorry I have not been as productive or as outputting as normal this week. Like, I've not gotten Uncut and Uncensored out, I've not gotten Main Event out, and I've not gotten the World Cup out. It's genuinely just because I've been so busy with it being SummerSlam week. I had so much more to do this week than normal. And I was working all week, and it's, you know, a couple weeks before Christmas, this, that, and all the other. So I've been really busy. I will try and get Main Event done and out tomorrow night, and then Monday I will try and double up, and I'll get both World Cup. It'll just be, it'll be brackets B and C next week. It might just be, like, it might just be a double episode or something. And, like, as you guys know, I mentioned it on the SmackDown stream last night. My car went on me again, so dealing with that has been time consuming. Because there was a point yesterday, I don't even know if I mentioned this part. There was a point yesterday where my car just didn't move when I hit the gas pedal while I was on a highway at a stop sign. So that was fun. I didn't hear back from the mechanics today, so it's not going to be... It'll be Monday at the soonest by the time I hear back from them next. Which is a little worrying, because it means I'm going to have to borrow Alex's car to do my door dashing job on Monday. Oh no, that was terrifying. My car and mouth to the woman behind me in traffic. It's not moving. And she nodded at me, and she fortunately, like, oh, and I'm losing. I have no frames right now. Am I back? Nope. What the hell? Will I pause syncing on OneDrive? Will everything suddenly start working again? Is it OneDrive giving it a hard time? Is it just OBS to me because it likes to do that a lot? All right, trying again. Seeing if restarting OBS fixes it. Come on now. God, I've dropped almost every frame since I restarted it a few seconds ago. What is happening? Are we good now? OBS, you getting your crap together? We good? All right, I think we're back. We're good. Hi, everyone. I don't know what was going on there, but I'm back now. Yeah, me versus OBS is quite the battle nowadays. But yeah, no, it's just like... Fortunately, the woman that was behind me understood and like wasn't mad at me that my car wasn't working, so she just was able to move her way around me. I kind of helped direct traffic from behind me to get them around me. And then fortunately, it turned out it was as simple as turn my car off and back on. But it's all an electrical issue. It's not the battery, it's not the engine or anything like that. It's all electrical. It's in like the car's computer that is the problem right now. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm hopeful that it'll be a quick and cheap fix, but I'm not exactly confident that's going to be the case. Statlander is still in it. It's only the second match and we hit the 1 hour mark. Jesus, is it? No, it's the third match. It's the third match. It's the third match, thank God. I had to think on that for a second. Because we've had the tag match, we've had MJF and Roddy, and now we've had this. That's a little more acceptable. They're going to do all this, not have Statlander win it, and then they'll have Statlander just win it on a random-ass Dynamite, right? Because that's pretty much how it always goes with AEW. Let's see. Well, Statlander's still in it, though. Come on, Chris. Come on. Oh. Jesus. That's her finish? The setup to the 619 is her finish. That's a fucking stupid finish. I'm sorry. That's a fucking stupid finisher. Yeah, it was a solid match, but like, God, that finish was not at all enticing. That was a lame ass finish. Should have just made her win with a roll up without the extra stuff. Yeah. Or something. That was just lame. Oh, Hangman and Jay. Now, this one I'm actually kind of excited for. Because these two never cease to have a good match together. Like, Hangman and Jay White are two of my favorites in AEW. So, I have Hangman for this one. I have Hangman for this one just because I feel like he probably needs it more. I don't know, though. I like both guys a lot. Like I said, they're two of my favorites in AEW. Oh, there's Juice. God, AEW has Jay White on their roster, and they are really, really not doing much with them. Oh yeah, I forgot Hangman had a new theme. We'll see how it hails in comparison to his original. I don't think I've heard this in a while. I mean, I kind of get it. His old theme didn't really fit this character as well. Hangman is one of those guys that I think if I was still running LS11 AEW, which I'm glad I'm not, that is not me. This is not me dissing Ray's stuff at all. Like when I say this kind of stuff, this is just me expressing my viewpoint on things. I think if I was still the one doing AEW in universe, I think it's very probable that Hangman, I'd have just been stubborn and Hangman would have a belt at this point, just because I think he's really good right now. I'm really enjoying his stuff lately. Yeah, hearing that theme, I like it. Hangman is also the best person on Blue Sky to follow because it's just so unhinged nowadays. He told God to shut up the other day. Yeah, I saw parts of Hangman swerve it all out. I couldn't watch the full thing because, quite simply, the syringe spot really took me out of it and made me go, all right, well, I think that's enough AEW for me for a while. Oh, man. Syringe spot remind me how brutal AEW can be. Yeah, and I'm not a bloody kind of guy when it comes to wrestling. I like blood in my wrestling to be reserved for when it matters, which is why John Moxley just takes me out of it because the guy seems to feel like it's important to bleed in every match. Ray and I were talking about this the other day. And I want to see if other people agree with me. I think John Moxley is massively right now trying to overcompensate for Wacky Dean, quote unquote, in WWE. It feels like John Moxley is so desperate to make people forget he was Dean Ambrose that he's just massively trying to overcompensate for the fact he was Dean Ambrose. And for me, at least, it's having the opposite effect. It's just making me like, man, I miss, like, I'm gonna kill you 2015 Dean Ambrose. Yeah, like you said, that, like Punk versus Drew, exactly. That's what I was gonna say next, but then I got on my other tangent, which is nothing new. Me getting on a tangent, nothing new.
hard to generate quite as much torque, quite as much power for injury to the ankle. The device is a go. Jay White kicking out immediately.
But yeah, that's my thought on Moxley lately. Because I love John Moxley, I always have. But right now, I don't love John Moxley. Television on Revenge Ambrose was fun, though I did like his lighthearted and goofy stuff. I think there was some goofy stuff, like Ray and I talked about it a little bit. There was some of it that was really good. Like, a lot of it was actually really fun and enjoyable. There were some things about Wacky Dean that were maybe not as great. But the lighthearted stuff occasionally, like, you know, you're like Superman, and I'm like It's like Batman. We're like Batman and Superman teaming up, and John Cena going, Batman, man, you're more like the Joker. And then when John was walking off, Dean just went, why so serious? Like, that kind of stuff was fun. You know, maybe shots in the ass wasn't fun. Maybe, God, was using the hot dog cart to spray people with ketchup and mustard a little much. Yeah, that was a little much. The slime, Zach, we're on very different wavelengths with that one. The slime and the hot dog cart, maybe those were a little much, a little too silly, but was torturing the sex doll of Seth Rollins a little much? Probably. Was it funny though? Yeah, kinda. When he told Finn, my God, man, eat a carb. Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, Bane Ambrose sucked, but like, occasional funny one-liner, but alongside, but like the occasional one-liners alongside serious Dean. That's what I liked. You know, bent on revenge, but also we'll call Kane toothpaste during therapy for some reason. Like, that segment was fantastic. You know, I'm gonna show you these cards, and you tell me what you Thursday. It's kind of funny with the goop and Sedsbury guys. Oh, it was funny. It just was maybe a little too goofy. Well, tomorrow there will officially be a fourth floating title in LS11 Universe. The first trios champions will be crowned tomorrow. Who do we think is going to be the first trios champions tomorrow, folks? Because I don't do Masters of the LS11 Universe anymore, so. So I'm just kind of curious. Manny and Seth did not deserve the torturing. Right. Man, have you guys ever seen this will either unlock memories for some of you, or it'll make you all think I'm insane. But I'm willing to chance those odds, honestly. I'm willing to chance those odds. You guys ever seen Chibi Wrestlers, where the main character was happy, scary Dean Ambrose? It was a thing from, like, mainly... it was a thing from mainly, like... Okay, both Brantley and Pierre thinking the OC. Anyone thinking Blackpool Combat Club? Or was where Charity when he dumped Ice? That was fantastic. That one was great, Zach. I loved that one. Just Seth's in the middle of talking. Suddenly, ice water is just dumped on him. What? It's for charity. That was brilliant. I loved that. Absolutely loved that. Oh, man. Like I said, we're all kind of in agreement. Wacky Dean had his moments. Had a lot of them. Oh, he just poured it down his back. Yeah, you know what, Nad, you're saying that, I remember that, but it still was, you're right, it still was very funny. Because that was the ice bucket challenge. Man, Hangman and Jay White just have good matches together all the time, and I can appreciate that. But yeah, I'm glad we're all in agreement that like Wacky Dean Wacky Dean was fun. Oh my god, Camp WWE. I hadn't thought about that in forever. I hadn't thought about that in forever. It's what gave us the incredible audio clip of the old bastard saying, "A bra? I can't wear this, probably." Mm. Like, I will never you'll never see me here complimenting the old bastard, but I will admit that, like, his acting for Camp WWE, where he voiced himself, was actually one of the more entertaining parts of that cartoon. Alright, AEW's gonna be streaming on Max in January for an episode. That's neat. That's good for them. Yeah, like you said, Pierre, Jay White is a great counter wrestler. Oh. Ow. Mustache Hangman. It's like very few people could pull off just the mustache. I'm not one of them. As much as I would love to be able to pull off just the mustache, mine just isn't thick enough for it. I don't know why, but like my mustache is not super thick. So if I were to go for just the Hangman mustache, I don't think it would look as good. I don't have a very bushy mustache. Oh, Hangman might have set him up perfectly for the buckshot with that. Oh. Oh, right back to the leg. I think we're in the home stretch here, fellas. It's like all Hangman's derangement comes from his eyes and mustache. He's such an expressive wrestler, and like that's someone with wrestling that I really like is someone who's really good at expressing, like just good expressions, especially facial expressions. And Hangman has got that. Hangman's got some of the best facial expressions. Roman's another one of those who's just got really good facial expressions. I'm glad I did this stream tonight. I've been having a fun time with all you guys being here. And I would have just been sitting here in dead silence doing exactly what I'm doing now. But now I'm getting you guys to hang out with a little bit. And we're getting to talk universe stuff a little bit, which saves me a little bit of conversation on Monday when I do the Raw watch along. Alright, what match is next? Oh, there's the dead eye. Monday I'll bring up SummerSlam and Raw, so there's still going to be stuff to talk about. Oh, there's still going to be stuff to talk about, but this gets the heat wave and the previous few days of Universe discussion, and the why the fuck is Chris Jericho in LAW discussion taken care of. There's still also the segment tonight where Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa celebrate, right? Sounds right. Whoa, that was sick. I know it's a kind of basic spot, but it was still sick. Oh, this count. Genuinely, that's the kind of counterfest I like. Like, oh shit. Oh shit. All right. Jay White just won. Jay White just won. Can't say I was expecting that. Yeah, I got that one wrong too. Yeah, I was not expecting Jay to win that either. Blade Runner for Flaming Table. Well, that's neat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But yeah, man, I will say, deep down, it really bothers me that, like, AEW got Jay White, Okada. You got two of New Japan's top stars right there. And I'm not going to include Ospreay in this because he's actually doing stuff. But you got Jay White, who's doing fuck all in a throwaway under a throwaway version of Bullet Club. You got Okada, who's fucking around with the third mid card title, which is the least important of the mid card titles. And then Ospreay's doing stuff, but it's with Don Callis, so it's not really that engaging. I can't. Don Callis has go away heat with me. I just do not want to see him. He makes me change the channel. Like, nobody in AEW makes me change the channel faster than Don Callis. When I do, give it a shot. Will Ospreay. I might not really enjoy what they've got you doing in AEW, but you got a great theme. Elevated is a certified banger of a wrestling theme. Oh, they got a pretty solid crowd for Full Gear. I didn't even notice that. Oh. I have also got Ospreay. See, Osprey's got the kind of call and response theme I can get behind. It's quite the... I don't know, I just... Kyle Fletcher's never really done anything for me either. And I will admit, part of that might be the fact that, part of that for why I don't really find Kyle Fletcher that interesting might be the fact that they put the Ring of Honor television title on him instead of Dalton Castle. I admit I may be a little bitter about that still. Oh god, Don Callis is going to be on commentary. Lucky us. And we're off. Man, there's no big truck matches tonight. I'm kind of sad about that. Nothing for me to yell the line about, which is probably the better thing, given my wife is home and I don't even know if she knows. I don't even know if Alex knows I'm actually live right now. I feel like she's probably figured it out at this point. One is entitled to their own opinion. I like single star Kyle Fletcher. Yeah, and I realize I'm kind of in the minority on how I feel about him. I just don't find him that interesting. But that's just me. Really to update on Raw. I don't like the background on the Raw ones anymore. I don't like the Oh man. Oh. I hate it when that happens. So sometimes on the website, I will be uploading a new render for someone, and then I will come as well. And if I click too quickly, it then uploads the render to 2 different slots. And that's happened many times before. People will be like, Xander, there's 2 of this person on the website. Or something. That's why. Like it just happened there. With Alba Fire. She just got placed, her render got duplicated. Alright, I'll show it off real quick, but this... Okay, hi everyone. Hi guys. Do my just a little joke there, I suppose. Sorry, I didn't realize that, I looked down and I saw dropped frames 98%. And, yeah, all I was going to do was say, kind of, here's a little preview of what the new SmackDown renders look like. Raw's going to get new ones soon. Just kind of when I decide on what I want for Raw ones to look like. I don't know why. I don't know why OBS is deciding to just be the worst today. But here we are. Yep, Smack Sound has new crafts. Ray even called it Smack Sound, which I thought was very funny. I don't know why it's acting like the stream is just stopping. But let me double check on my end, just for my own sanity. Yeah, we're still live. It's just the back end is being weird. I can restore the chat over here now. I think that's fine. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. What just happened? Why did Asuka suddenly become a void on the website? And her entire record just disappeared. What the hell? I mean, it's easy to go recover it, and then just add either her win or her loss for SummerSlam tomorrow, but what's going on with the website tonight?
He's up against someone who's young and who's got greatness written all over. It's not left shoulder, left arm. It's standing right now. He's facing Ospreay is facing someone that's already anointed himself the king. But Fletcher still has a lot to prove as he charges.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but it's just being weird. I'm going to create a restore point on the website real quick. Like, just for my own sanity, I'm going to make a restore point just in case something else goes wrong like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Will Ospreay does the Styles Clash and the Phenomenal Forearm nowadays. Oh man, Will and AJ would have been a great match. I don't think we're ever going to get it at this point because I feel like they will forever be in different companies at this point because I think AJ is probably going to retire in the next few years anyway. I'm going to sneeze, by the way. Excuse me. Do I still have my water up here? If so, where? Oh, there it is. And it's mostly full. Nice. Had a thought this morning about last night's SmackDown, the real life one, not Ray's. I thought about this morning. And what I thought about this morning was I know I could swear up and down we saw Piper Niven walking away from Jade Cargill last night on SmackDown. What if they reveal it was Bianca Belair that took out Jade? What if they do a Bianca heel turn? I think it could work. I really do. And it would be something different for her for the first time in God knows how long. Just thinking out loud. Flair is another good guess. Because I do think Charlotte will be who, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Charlotte's the one replacing Bianca, or not Bianca, the one replacing Jade in War Games. I know who replaces Jade in the Triple Threat on Friday because it got spoiled in the Discord this morning. Because apparently SmackDown was pre-taped last night for next week, which makes sense. It means the talent don't have to leave their families on Thanksgiving to go travel, which is really nice. But spoiler alert, I don't think it's gonna be Lash Legend replacing Jade in the War Games match and the Triple Threat. Oh, the Continental Classic 2024 lineup gets revealed this week, apparently. Yeah, C2's coming. What's the prize this year? A match with Okada for the belt? I mean, Zach, the easiest thing about spoilers is don't read the spoilers. That's the only spoiler I've read from SmackDown, and that's just because it was like the guy that puts the taping spoilers in our Discord, he tags them with spoilers. So like, if I don't want to read them, I don't have to. They're a giant blacked out box until I click on them. Only reason I know who replaces Jade in the Triple Threat next week is from Cultaholic's news video this morning, where instead of giving a spoiler countdown, they were like, but yeah, we know who replaces her in the Triple Threat next week because it was a double taping last night. So if you don't want that, and then I think it was Fraser Porter just goes, it's Lash Legend. I was like, all right, well, I will probably still do a watch along on Friday though. I think the final is to catch Okada, merge the belts, maybe international title or intercontinental title have to catch beat Okada. I mean, yeah, that would make more sense, but Tony Khan seems very, very unlikely to merge belts ever. He likes to add more belts before he's willing to take any away. Man, we got a pretty big week ahead of us, though, don't we? Oh, there's the Styles Clash. Kyle kicked out of the hidden blood. Yeah, he did. I didn't even react to it. My bad.
Instead of getting the shoulders, there was nothing on that shoulder, to your point, Nigel. And that's what allowed Kyle Fletcher to fire it up off the mat to break the pinning predicament. Sometimes you want to do that. Sometimes you want to make a statement. You want to beat someone clearly. When you feel you've knocked them out, you can take that pin where you want.
Yeah, I did not mean to just not react to that. I was just kind of focused over here on the render I was working on.
That's frustration. It's your jealousy. It's jealousy. You even know better than that. Turned a momentary eye to the steel ring steps and reposition here in this match.
What better to do tonight than to remake all like 100 and something renders for SmackDown? Oh god. What the hell is this gonna be? Oh my god! Oh, I did not enjoy that. Oh, I did not enjoy that. That was rough. You sick fuck chant. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a wild match.
That was fear, not just a complex. That was fear for what being in the future. Will Ospreay, who was dropped by Kyle Fletcher with that tiger wrapper about in one, and now kind of returning to the next follow to the play. Stands up, Fletcher. There it is. We got the boss.
Yeah, I think Fletcher might win. You're right. Oh, well.
Just dropped. Yeah, there's definitely so much damage down there. I don't doubt that Ospreay can even feel his hand anymore. Now it's Fletcher's match to lose. Kyle needs to just keep, as we talked about, throwing it out. Well, Ospreay's going to do incredible things. He's going to kick other things. You don't think he can, but you got to keep coming. He's going to repeat himself. Lightning is going to strike twice. The double underhook. Fletcher the hand clap.
I legitimately thought they were going to end on the roll up.
The left arm's gone. Back to right to it. Yeah. inviting the contact to that numb left arm of Will Ospreay. And that Bulldogs attacked by Kyle Fletcher. Anderson Sharp and Ospreay on his head. On no stingers. Kyle Fletcher's a different guy. He's got confidence now. He's in control. He's only 25 years old. Unbelievable. We're going to make a lot of noise in this business, Tony Schiavone. Is something that I'm very proud of, but watch this. Fletcher.
No, I still have to feed the cats tonight after the stream too. I just remembered that. All right, Fletcher wins, which means Pierre has 100% beat me in predictions tonight. I mean, I'm glad to see a younger guy getting a win. Why not? Unfortunately, Don Callis has to be involved in it. There's not really much I can do about that.
On the ladder, on the ascent of his professional wrestling career. We just witnessed a moment. I know he's been chanting over and over, especially in use of past pro wrestling, but this to me was the biggest win ever for Kyle Fletcher. Ever. And he did so without the assistance of the interference of Don Callis.
And there's Mark Davis.
They won championships all over the world. Never championship now, silver frame. Davis was there. He's stuck. Let's go. Let's go. 14. Will Ospreay's home was open to Mark Davis as well. You can understand why Davis feels so torn. Let's get some help out. Ospreay seriously.
Well, I think everyone's been sticking with me for the stream tonight. I think Mark Davis turns heel here. It could happen. They also just seem very dead set they're going to make Kyle Fletcher a singles wrestler, and we're going to like it. Which, you know, I will say, a lot of people do like it. It's just not for me.
Take a moment to plug ourselves. DraftKings Sportsbook is our official partner of AEW. New customers bet $5, get $50. And bonus bets if your bet wins. Simply download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code AGW. And now, for a word from our partners at DraftKings. Like our special lunch. No. Let's get this great NFL. Guaranteed. All up front. That's up.
Breaking news. LeBron James has a guaranteed NFL. He says it's quote going to be hard.
Seriously? Somebody got to call a plumber. You got to leave. The DraftKings new customers turn $5 into $150 if you're back next game instantly in bonus bets.
I'm just going letter by letter on doing the roster at this point. I am on the people whose names start with D right now. Starting with Dakota Kai, and there are 4 people on SmackDown with names with the first letter D. Oh, here we go.
I am Minister Power. And this is the Championship Celebration. Please welcome my friend, my partner, and the love of my life. The AEW women's world champion.
Mariah's turning on Mina here. Isn't she? No, I think Tony Storm returns here. I think that's what we get. You won the belt like 2 months ago.
It's been a tough 4 months, baby.
4 months. I was still at my old job when you won the belt.
You step on feet until this entire division. Because there is not a single woman alive who could touch me. My one true friend. I couldn't have done this without you. To the AEW Women's World Champion. Hooray!
A champagne celebration. Made. You should have come on the right man.
Mina, let's celebrate.
How do you celebrate? Oh, yeah. And you can see Mariah with that black eye.
Oh, you might be right, actually. I think she might be about to... Oh, no. She's going to break that bottle over Mina. Still going live with the Mox match because of one more blood. Yeah, I'll still be live for it. Why would I end the stream before the main event? Oh, wow, all right.
To take advantage of, to betray. The table was turned on Mariah made by Mina Shirakawa. Mina, the world champion, is trapped. This love affair is over, seemingly. Both ladies hit very, very hard. This was all started by the world champion Mariah May. Oh my God, Mariah May. She's not moving. I think she's split off the table and hit the back of her head on the floor. I think Mina hit her head as well.
Oh, jeez.
It seems pretty clear that the friction between Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa does her too strong. She's launching herself on the champion. Lascivious, salacious sight. Well, the treacherous world champion.
All right, then.
The champion's neck. Oh my gosh, let's get some help.
Many beautiful things. We've got the Monster Springsteen, Shore, Channel. This year's poll is just asking about the way for this.
DraftKings is an official partner of AEW, and they are offering you the chance tonight to play for your share of 10 grand in funds.
That's right. The free-to-play pool is happening during the main event when we see Orange Cassidy taking on John Moxley for the AEW.
Duct tape Cassie's arms in his pockets. Alright then.
Answer multiple choice questions like how will the match end, and also mention their disqualification.
We're going to see first.
And will there be outside interference by, let's say, Maria Shafir? May or may not take someone up place.
All you have to do is download.
I mean, it's so way. Mariah swung a wine bottle at Mina, who moved. Mina broke the bottle. They tackled one another off a stage, and they went through a table. There you go. Now you know what happened. All right, TNT title. Come on, Danny. See Copeland returning tonight? Maybe. Hey, JT. Welcome to the stream. I'm streaming AEW pay-per-view. Because I have a lot of website stuff that needs to get done tonight, and some modding stuff, possibly. And so going live and hanging out with you guys gives me a way to, essentially, and like I know how this kind of sounds, but it gives me a way to kind of monetize working on website stuff so that I actually can focus on doing it. Because then I don't feel like I'm just wasting an entire evening. Aw, voicemail from Danny's mother. How nice. Oh, well, thank you, JT. I appreciate that. I was gonna be a Cash App. That's alright. Much appreciated, though, JT. Like, you don't have to do that, but I always appreciate it when... Yeah, 12 bucks is 12 bucks. You're never gonna hear me complain about that. You will never hear me tell someone their donation wasn't enough. I will actually, more often than not, tell someone their donation is more than enough, because, by no means am I ever gonna tell someone they need to pay me for the content I make. I mean, I'm literally just sitting here... I'm literally just sitting here right now, fucking making new renders for the SmackDown roster, right? Like, completely revamping how the SmackDown renders look. And then I'm gonna maybe install a mod or two. Also, by the way, those mods last night that I tried to install, they actually did work. What happened was... what actually happened was they installed into subfolders that they weren't supposed to. So I was able to fix them today, and they do work now. So that's pretty cool. It's sit there, right? Yeah, I drop the F-bomb maybe a little too often sometimes. I'm trying to work on it, but like I work at a job now where I'm around kids all day, so I have to watch my language. So imagine you're looking forward to on SummerSlam. Gargano and Reigns is probably my favorite match of the night. And that's kicking off SummerSlam. And then, let's see, what else? I really like the Trios Championship match. I like Rock and Drew. There's really nothing on the show where I'm like, ugh, at least this one, when it's done, is done. I think it's like I said, I think it's the best SummerSlam in LS11 history. Like, maybe it doesn't have as many big moments. Like, maybe it doesn't have the big moments like the ending of Cody's reign was last year. Um, like, I don't think it has the same kind of, what do you call it, as last year. Like, the same historic moment like last year where Cody's reign came to an end. But I do think that it has so many moments. Haven't sworn in front of the children, don't want to come through. So keep in mind, I work around the high schools. So they curse more than I do. They got me to slip up and say, what the hell, once, and they have never let me hear the end of it because I'm Mr. Like, they always joke that I'm like Captain America in Age of Ultron because I'll just go, language, when I hear someone drop the F-bomb, and then one day they got me upset enough where I was like, guys, what the hell? And now anytime that class sees me, they go, what the hell? Like, they overcompensate my accent. I know, gravitas. But they've never gotten me to say something like, oh, what the fuck to them or something. I've gotten close. I got really close once on accident. Yeah, they do. They're a little obnoxious sometimes. Looks like I might have it looks like I might have a job interview next week though, which could be nice. Got an email asking me to set up an interview with this company. So we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, we're all obnoxious as kids, and the worst part was I put my obnoxiousness on the internet for the world to see. I still do as an adult. Pay you $3 to badmouth your previous employers. Do I have to name drop? Do I have to name drop the company? Or can I just say things? Can I just kind of say when I worked at this job during this time, this was what I didn't like about it? What's the rules here? If I don't have to name drop, I'll do it. Yeah, that does feel a little. That does feel a little lowball, I will admit. Because keep in mind, I still use these jobs as references when I apply to other jobs. So the last thing I need is for them to see a YouTube clip of me being like, oh, this is what I didn't like about this job. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to name drop coworkers, I'll tell you that. I also have never really had a problem with coworkers. 10. I won't name drop anyone. Right? Because that's just not how I do. So Toys R Us was my first job. I can talk bad about that one a little bit because like teenage job. Christmas season sucked. It made me realize just how entitled humanity is, um, especially in the United States. How entitled our population is to think that they deserve something just for showing up. Working at Toys R Us, the sheer number of people who came in and expected me to know everything about everything in the store was really annoying. I will never forget one day when a woman and her daughter was probably like 6 maybe, walked into the store, and her daughter walked up to me and she was like, "Excuse me," and I said, "Yeah, what can I do for you?" And she said, "Do you have Family Feud?" And I was like a board game version of it or what? And she was like, "Yeah, a board game." And I said, "I'm not sure if we have it, but if we do, I'll show you where it'll be." And the mother cuts me off before I can lead them there. And she goes, "Oh, so you don't know if you have it? You don't know what you have in stock?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry, I don't. We have a lot here." And she's just like, "Well, you clearly need to work somewhere else if you don't know what you have here." And takes her daughter and storms off. And apparently, while she was checking out, she told the cashier, "You guys need to fire that guy that works on the sales floor because he doesn't know anything." And I told the store manager this, and she just like busted out laughing and was like, "That is not your fault. That is stupid." It's like it wasn't even that big of a store. First of all, like it was average Toys R Us size, but that's still it's not a huge store, but it was big enough where I wasn't going to know every single thing's location and or how much of it we had at any given time. Let's see. Trying to think of other things I can say here. Yeah. There was also the time when I worked at Toys R Us where I got a massive nosebleed on the job. So bad that I had to leave work like 2 hours early to go to the ER about it, by the way. I've probably told that story a little bit. It was the night of Hell in a Cell 2016, and sitting in the ER, my dad made the joke, "Look, man, I know WWE has been bad lately, but if you didn't want to watch the pay-per-view, you could have just said so." Which was rather funny to me. Um, um, that is a complicated question, JT. That's a very complicated question. Um, I will say it depends. Okay, if you know them personally outside of their occupation, and it's not a parasocial relationship towards the person, then yes. But if it's a parasocial relationship where you just know them as, shall we say, the performer that they are, then yeah, you'd probably shouldn't consider yourself in love with that person because you don't really know them. Like, I look at Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. At one point in time, he was engaged to a woman in that occupation. And he knew the real her. They'd been on dates and stuff when he fell in love with her. That was fine. Oh, Daddy Magic standing up. It's true. Love works in mysterious ways. I fell in love with a woman who was absolutely mean to me in high school when we first met. Like, I fell in love with a woman who was incredibly rude and, like, disrespectful towards me when we first met, and now I'm married to her. Now she just makes fun of me sometimes. What happens with Mina and Mira over the title? Mariah attempted to betray her. Mina broke the bottle, broke a champagne bottle, and they both went off the stage and threw a table. Alex was not my high school bully. She was just mean to me about certain. She was just mean to me a few times, and we didn't like each other at first, and then we became friends, and now we're married. Yep, Alex was rude to me in high school. Which is always hilarious. I give her hell about it all the time. Just because I think it's funny. Ironically, she was being mean to me about car trouble. She wasn't even a mean girl. Alex wasn't a mean girl by any means. What it was Alex was just very blunt and very honest. She was just a brutally honest person, and sometimes kind of chimed in where, let's see, Alex, where is she? Downstairs in our house because we're married. Like, where the hell's my phone? Like, hey, I don't know if you're coming in here like, oh man, this guy isn't really married or anything. Like my wedding photo isn't literally my profile pic or isn't literally my screensaver on my phone. My dad just wanted to see her. Right now I know she's in the middle of a game of Sea of Thieves, so getting her up here wouldn't be terribly easy. That, and I don't think she knows I'm streaming. And usually I give her a heads up that I'm streaming, but this stream was very spur of the moment. It was very much like I had just finished like a 45-minute YouTube video I was watching by a Let's Play that I was watching from someone else. And which I will admit, I don't know if I thought you were doubting that I was married, but like I have had people come into the stream before many times and be like, "Can I see your wife?" I'm like, and I just get really like weird. It gets really weird. I'm not saying you're one of the weird people, but like, don't tell her and don't get in trouble. I don't think I get in trouble for being live by any means. More so just she'll be like, "Really? You're streaming tonight? Don't you have a lot of work to do?" Like, yeah, I do have a lot of video work to do. I just don't want to do it. Little Drake Maverick yet. Anyways, there's a better picture. Wait, hold on. There's a better picture of my wife and I. With my hair pulled back from a couple months ago when we were on our honeymoon. Or I guess our first anniversary vacation. I just call it the honeymoon because we didn't go on a real, like, actual post-wedding vacation because 2 weeks before the wedding, we both started new jobs 3 hours away from home. So we couldn't really go on a vacation because we both had to take a full week off of our new jobs to move. Or to get married and to move. It was a lot. Why is Alex so small? Like, Alex is significantly smaller than me. Like, size-wise. Let me kind of put it in perspective here. I'm 5'11", about 240 pounds, which is, about 40 pounds more than I would like to weigh. It's about 35 pounds more than I weighed when the channel started. And I probably weigh more than that. I just haven't gotten on a scale in like a year and a half. And I'm scared to get on one again because I know I'm getting fatter by the day. Oh, no! Oh, no, not the low blow. Oh, Garcia's still in it. Yeah, I'm 5'11". Yeah, I'm 5'11", roughly 240, 250, something like that. I weigh a lot, more than I should. I'm working on it. Started eating better. I gotta start using that exercise bike I got downstairs. Alex is 5'8". Yeah. Alex is 5'8", like 115 pounds. So I literally weigh more than double of her. So that's why she looks so small in pictures next to me. Is because I'm just significantly bigger than her. Oh, he's got the pile driver. What's Alex's thought on the chat? She thinks you guys are sweet sometimes when it comes to how you guys talk to her and how you guys support me a lot with certain stuff. Of course, OBS picked now to start dropping all the frames. But she thinks you guys are incredibly sweet to her and are supportive to me a lot of the time. She also knows just how fucking unhinged you all are sometimes. And she thinks it's absolutely hilarious how much you guys bully me sometimes. Get him, Garcia. Get him, Danny. Oh, another pile driver. Come on, Danny. Nah, she doesn't think you guys are annoying. Yet. Come on, Danny. Lean back on that thing. Lean it back. Put some pressure in. Yeah, Danny! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! That's what we want to see! That's what we love to see here. Exactly. Sometimes you gotta give the people what they want. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Konosuke Takeshita and Ricochet. I forgot about that. Forgot that was happening. Quite honestly. Are we not going to talk about how Fallon got speared in half today? I just been waiting for other people to bring up the Delta debut, or not Delta, the Zarya debut. I just been waiting for someone to mention it. Is that, are you? Uh, no, I can't say I have, JT. Also, what the fuck, man? I think I've mentioned this before, but I think I've mentioned this before. Ricochet's theme reminds me of the X-Men Evolution opening theme. Like, hold on. Like, this is what it makes me think of here. Great time to start lagging. This is to prevent copyright content ID claims. Just so you all know. This is just Vander making sure that he doesn't get content ID. Oh, my beloved Rogue. Shadowcat's pretty great too. That's what Ricochet's AEW theme makes me think of. Is what I'm saying. That's probably the most creative way I've ever avoided. Goth Rogue is peak, man. Y'alternative Rogue is the best. I love her. Which Rogue is my favorite member of the X-Men anyway. I think a lot of people know that. Like, if ARW had more time, if ARW had more content, I probably would have told the story of Rogue becoming ARW Women's Champion by now. Oh man, of course Don Callis is back, because we're not allowed to have nice things. See, JT, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She's still in X-Men Evolution. She's still a Southern Belle. She's a goth girl Southern Belle. It's the best of both worlds, JT. Do you not see the vision, man?
Defending his AEW International Championship around the world. Speaking of around the world, Portland at New Japan Pro Wrestling. Wrestling Dynasty coming up on January 5th at Rhododendron. Both Ricochet and Konosuke Takeshita will be taking part as well.
But yeah, it is really funny. This is actually just pure coincidence, but what's kind of funny is Alex's favorite member of the X-Men is Gambit, and it turns out, like, and that was through, so I introduced Alex to Marvel, right? And Gambit is her favorite member of the X-Men, and my favorite member of the X-Men is Rogue. So literally, our favorite X-Men are Gambit and Rogue. Well, in all fairness, in Evolution, she's like 17, 18. So she's still fairly young in that, but hey, X-Men 97 Rogue is still pretty great. Excuse me. I'm through the ends now on the SmackDown roster, by the way. So I've made some solid progress here. I'm more than halfway through the alphabet. But I think SmackDown's roster has a lot more people in the first half of the alphabet anyway. Since Don Callis came into wrestling since Don Callis came onto my screen, there are 3 things that I have missed. Silence, the absence of sound, and a single moment not filled with the noise of a bald man named Don Callis speaking. There is no silence. There is his nails on fucking chalkboard voice. Little Ron Swanson for you for tonight. Come on now, OBS. Find those frames. You know you want to. You can do it. Get that frame rate back up. Come on. Are we coming back up? Are we? Nope. Oh, we're back down to 34 frames. There we go. We're back in the 2000s. That's where we're supposed to be. Come on. You can do it. I literally have nothing else going on my computer. There we go. And we're back. We're back in the green. Okay. I always think of him when I see Otis. because when he stopped watching wrestling was about 2019 when he kind of fell out of wrestling, right? And so at that point he would have been 13 and 14 because 2020 he was still keeping up with it just a little bit. And Otis was his favorite just because of how Otis is shaped. Because, like, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, Otis doesn't really have a neck. Um, Otis doesn't really have a neck. And so my younger brother just called him the absolute unit all the time. He was like, man, that man is an absolute unit. And, like, when Otis won Money in the Bank, oh, for fuck's sake, there go the frames again. Come on now. But yeah, when Otis won Money in the Bank in 2020, I sent my younger brother a screenshot of it and said the absolute unit did it.
This match has not started well. Actually, for British Emphasis, he's kicked out. FBI putting his head landing on the mat. He's just been unable to string together.
There we go. Which I will go ahead and tell you guys that with SummerSlam, when SummerSlam is over tomorrow, there are 2 names being traded to Raw and 4 names being traded to SmackDown. So those might reflect on the roster. They might not. I haven't decided yet. It depends on if it takes Ray a month and a half to debut certain people again. But like I can tell you the first of the 2 people I got for Raw up on Monday. The other, it's going to be a few weeks. Hold on, relaunching. No one can hear me anyway. Alright, relaunching. Should be back. We good. Here. I think we're good. I think we're back. Hold on. Yep, we're good. Alright, I'm back. Anyways. But yeah, some people just, if they don't get a SmackDown update on the website, it just means that either A, they're moving to a different roster, B, they're leaving the company soon. Or, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Like, I don't see a point in making a render, like a SmackDown render, that's going to take like an extra 30 seconds for someone that's going to be on Raw in 48 hours anyway. I'll either just leave them alone, or I'll make them a Raw render, and just if someone notices it, good for you. You got it. You saw it. You figured out one of the 2 people coming to Raw already. I've never opened the app myself. I don't even have, like, I've never been to the website myself. But to the people who use it to make a living, good for them, you know? I respect the hustle. It's a legitimate line of work. Carnold's wife. So, God, I know her name too. That's the worst part is I know Carnold's wife's name. I just can't remember her name right now. It starts with an A. I know that much. But same way that, you know, she's just not really involved in wrestling the same way my wife isn't. Pretty much the only one. Quizmaster says he, or not Quizmaster. The doctor says he has a wife, so safe to assume, like all the clones, all the Xanders have their own lives. I don't hang out like we used to. JT, don't you have a meeting with LAW HR already? Like, didn't I hear you're supposed to be having a meeting with HR at LAW already about this kind of bullshit? Yeah, I mean, exactly right. Here, this is life. And man, I am really annoyed because back in 2022, I actually got the guys all together. It was me, it was N number 5, it was the Doctor, and it was Carnold. And we recorded an episode. We recorded our first Mario Party video together in like 5 years almost. It had been so long since we all done a video like that together. And we recorded it and it was great. But halfway through the game, my power went out and we lost all the footage because it all got corrupted. Oh, Dream War Games. Brantley says Evolution versus Bloodline. Um. Okay. NWO versus DX. Hogan, Hall, Nash, and Big Show against Trips, HBK, and New Age Outlaws. Like I said, I did that once. There is a movie where that happened. I've told you that. Too Many Xanders 12. The whole point of that was all of the clones gave me, all of the clones gave their life force to me to power me up for the final battle. And then I kind of recreated them. I rebuilt the clone in the post credit scene. I rebuilt the clone machine and brought them all back from the dead. But like at this point, they've all been their own sentient life forms and have had their own lives for a decade. So it'd be wrong for me to, it would be incredibly long. Yeah, it would be incredibly wrong for me to take that away from them. And then fight ARW Xander. ARW Xander and I, we are and we aren't the same. It's weird. It's complicated. A lot of S's on SmackDown. God, we're not getting out of here before midnight, are we? Because there's still this match to finish up, and they're just gonna keep going way longer than they should. And then we've still got Lashley and Swerve, which shouldn't be a long match, but it's AEW. Everything gets an additional 5 minutes that it doesn't need. Gotta have people kick out of 2 or 3 finishers in a row. Again, everyone's got to kick out of a bunch of stuff. It's just my persona, like Persona 4.
Takeshita did it as well. That's right. Takeshita. Looking for Vertigo? No. Takeshita. Maybe raging fire, but now Vertigo. Attempted. No. Takeshita.
Oh, and we're still going. We're still going, boys. We're not done yet. Finishers just mean nothing in AEW. Like I know I've said a lot of my problems with AEW tonight, but finishers meaning nothing is my big one. It's 10:02 for you lucky bastard. It's 11:03 here. And then you're gonna have God love them. They're my favorite wrestling channel. You're gonna have Steve and Larson. It's 8 o'clock right now for them. Show's gonna end at like 9 p.m. for them. They're like, oh man, this show went late. You know, we had to be up till 9 p.m. watching this.
Ricochet to the moment to steady himself to a moment too long. As now to the knee in between the shoulder blades. As they cast him now.
The Authority versus Undisputed Era would be a fun match if time travel were possible. True. Finally. I mean, yeah. Yeah, JT, you're right. I agree. Especially at the end of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, the Shadow Queen. We get it, Xander has a type, I know.
And continue as the international champion. And after that, just like Don Callis.
Alright. I'm at the T's at this point. I am almost done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SmackDown renders left to do. It is almost done. Almost there. The end feels within reach at this point at last.
Until the real tough guys show up.
I've got Lashley for this one. What? What is that mask Swerve is wearing? Whose face is that? The only matches I would have messed up on was I said Hangman would beat Jay, and I said Ospreay would beat Fletcher. Me too, so far, Kevin. Me too. I think we've had the exact same predictions then. I got Bobby and I got Mox, and that'll wrap us up for the night. Granted, I don't think Lashley's going to win it clean by any means. I think we will get someone else joining. I think we will get someone else joining up with Hurt Syndicate, whether that's a Powerhouse Hobbs or someone else. I don't know. I know that they've shown, or like images have appeared, or not appeared, but there have been images of like Powerhouse Hobbs watching. No, I don't want to see Leo Rush with the. I don't want to see Leo Rush at all, personally. I don't find the guy. The guy, I don't. He gets on my last nerve. He always has. I'm gonna win some money in the main event because I did the DraftKings pool. Yeah, I don't want to risk my luck gambling. I can't. That would be a slippery slope for me. Yeah, Bobby means business. God, he looks great. I love that guy. Bobby Lashley is one of my favorites. I wouldn't have put anything if it cost money, trust me. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Those jerseys didn't get. I'd say Hobbs for sure. I think that's because I think I've seen pictures where it's like showing Hobbs backstage watching while MVP is talking. Um, I don't know. I don't think Swerve eventually joins. I don't think I see that one. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think I see that one happening.
I don't know if there is a kink in the armor, if there is a weakness in Bobby Lashley. Jim, I haven't seen it.
Wish Cedric could have joined. Yeah. Hook would be cool. Hook as part of Hurt Syndicate would be cool, actually. I hadn't even thought of that. But that would also make sense a little bit, because I believe there's some history with MVP and Taz, I think. I might be making that up, but that sounds like something that would have happened in TNA. Oh, man. Samoa Joe would fit right in with the group, too. Let's say him, Bobby, and MVP, they were the BDC and TNA, right? Oh, there we go. All of the people who are currently on the SmackDown roster in the LS11 universe are now updated with new SmackSound renders. It took an obnoxious amount of time to do so. Now at this point, I guess I'm going to wrap up by doing the people who are moving to SmackDown that I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I go ahead and just get there on the website.
Into the rafters, and they're all staying to see our main event, John Moxley against Orange Cassidy, facing arguably what might be called the soul of AEW. Bobby Lashley, though, the intent to just use his upper body power to blind Swerve Strickland, squeezing Swerve's head.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but AEW stopped doing win-loss records recently. Now, what's really funny is when we started doing win-loss records back in season 2, um, because it was season 2 when I started keeping up with win-loss records for LS11 Universe. I spent an entire weekend doing that as well. Like I woke up one morning, I created the Google Doc for it. It was a Saturday morning. I woke up at like 9 in the morning. I opened my laptop, I made the document, and I worked until like 6 p.m. just sitting there working on it. I eventually moved from my bed to my desktop. I know that much. And I think Prince Matta and I got on a call for a little while as well. Were he and I talking as like friends yet at that point? Yeah. Yeah, we were friends at that point. I was having to think on that one. But yeah, I remember I was doing the win-loss record and Ray was like, Xander, we don't need a win-loss record. And I was like, no, Ray, we do. We need it. I want it. And so I did it. I was just like, I mean, I'm just gonna do it. Made it as a Google Doc. It started as a Google Doc, and then I eventually moved it to Google Sheets, and then I eventually made it look like a website in Google Sheets. And then, back in 2023, I was just like, fuck it, let's make a website. Because at the time I was working at a family member's business. I was doing a summer job there while I was between jobs because stuff had happened, and I don't want to talk about that. Um, and this family member was like, hey, what domains, how do we get a website? Um, yeah, exactly. Now here we are. And he was like, this family member was like, hey, how do we get a website? And I was like, well, we'd need to buy a domain. And so I was like, let me go online and I can see what domains we would want are available. And I just, out of curiosity, I opened up, I went and I looked up, like, is it available? Like, I found, like, a website that shows what domains are available. And I was looking up stuff for him, and then I was like, I wonder. And I typed in ls11universe.com, and it was like, this domain is available. And so it's like, oh, okay, well, let's see how much it would be. And it was like, to own this domain would be like $1 a month. And I was like, oh, $1 a month for the domain? I can do that. And then I ended up going through GoDaddy and getting the website builder and stuff. It cost me about $12 a month now. Yeah. It cost me about $12 a month to run ls11universe.com at this point. What happened to Samoa Joe? Like, he was at least filming Twisted Metal Season 2. I think I've heard reports he's going to be back sooner rather than later. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really proud of how the website's turned out over the years, and I think it's actually helped draw more eyes to the channel in a way. It's like having the website gives people a hook to get in, and especially if they're like, oh, well, who's on what roster? I'm like, well, if you go to ls11universe.com, you can literally see almost every wrestler alive right now, and even some passed away wrestlers locations within the LS11 universe. Like the passed away wrestlers are obviously just on the Legends page. I feel like I need like an in-between page, like an inactive page for people who I wouldn't quite consider legends. And for people who aren't actually like announced as retired, like, oh Jesus, man, Swerve stomped through the table. What I was gonna say was, jeez, okay. What I was going to say, that was sick. That was sick. There's the house call. I'm so glad Ray has got Swerve with the world title in LS11 Universe right now. Ray has done such a good job with Swerve. I mean, never forget, Swerve is who retired Sting in the LS11 Universe. Oh, man. Oh, my God. This match has been sick, man. This is easily my favorite match of the night so far. Yeah, Will and Kyle was good. Are they just gonna give Lashley the clean win here? Yeah, Lashley's just gonna get the clean win. All right. Yeah, all right. I'm down with that. That was a great match. I loved that. That was my favorite match of the night so far. And given John Moxley is up next and Orange Cassidy is his dance partner, it's probably going to remain my favorite match of the night. Oh no, they're hurting Nana now. Oh, someone's got to help him.
AEW World Champion Slick Strickland.
Yeah, poor Prince Nana. Yeah, main event time. Yeah, they do indeed hurt people. It's in the name. Oh, someone's rolling up in a truck. There's Claudio. There's Pac. Marina. Mox. Didn't they murder Wheeler Yuta recently? I feel like I remember that vaguely. Okay, so this is Mox World Order. Got it. Yeah, Pac always in full ring gear. Hey, never forget, he showed up to the AEW announcement press conference in full ring gear. No, they didn't kill Wheeler Yuta? Apparently Ricky Starks was backstage tonight. They're going to sagarize him because he stopped it before it happened. That's why they're fighting now. Okay.
without Marvez and John Moxley that after the main event, he emerged from the 300 level of the arena. He came down in an event that already shifted paradigms in professional wrestling. John Moxley shifted it even further. Single-handed. You're right. You're exactly right about that.
Yep, picture got posted by someone. He was backstage, so maybe they'll start using him on TV again. Who knows? I mean, apparently his contract was going to be up, but now it's not about to be up, actually. Dream War Games match: Trish, Tiffany Stratton, Jordan Grace, and Medusa against Gail Kim, Willow Nightingale, Awesome Kong, Bailey. That's a pretty solid lineup on both sides.
We assume so. We've not seen that even World Championship title belt. John Moxley wanted a wrestle dream, put it in that bag.
The belt going into that briefcase is fucking stupid, by the way.
But she's a difference maker. Let me tell you, she is a major difference maker.
I don't get the appeal of being in the briefcase. All right.
Let's head to the ring of the Dapper Yep, Justin Roberts, to make it official.
Close out some of these tabs I've opened that I don't need.
Introducing the challenge from wherever, wrestling squeeze.
I mean, yeah, if they brought it in to make a new world title or to redesign the world title, sure. Fine, I guess, but who knows, man.
Weight 231 pounds. He is the reigning and defending All Elite Wrestling World Champion.
All right, here we go. I'm hopeful this main event doesn't go longer than like 5. No, 5. I'll say 10. They're starting with the flurry of offense from OC. Here we go. Mox in a pants other than black and blue is weird. Oh yeah, he's in kind of like hunter green. How about that?
This is what Moxley is doing. This is the fire he is laying aside by the AEW originals, Orange Cassidy. We'll find out.
He's biting him on the head now. Oh man. They're still going. So is this match no holds barred? Is there a reason the referee isn't counting? Do countouts just kind of sometimes matter in AEW? Anyone know what's going on with that?
John Moxley, he's an AEW original. I love that. I love that turn. I love the commitment. I'm so many for Cassidy.
I think it's more of a referee's discretion. I guess.
Wearing the red badge of courage. Unbelievably so, perhaps. Now, return to the ring by John Moxley. Think about the AEW career of John Moxley. Nearly 150 victories. Just over 2 dozen losses. Some of them in tag matches, trios matches. Moxley has rarely ever been beaten inside the AEW ring. A daunting statistic, but right now, straight into the steps. What about 1 year ago? And that's the point I was attempting to make until John Moxley attempted to incapacitate, shall we say, Orange Cassidy. Blood is all over his face. It's all over the steel steps. It was holding his neck, too, John. Referee on the outside, checking on Orange Cassidy, checking on his ability to continue, his willingness to continue his long mission. Slipping into the head of the talent. He's thrown to the back of Osprey. Moxley whispering something to Shakira. Moxley then took those t-shirts and distracted him.
Oh man, guys, Donkey Kong 64 released 25 years ago today. That was the game that gave us the DK rap. That's historic in its own right. So, you know, they say, put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this different DK and all that. These are the things crossing my mind while I'm watching John Moxley and Orange Cassidy. Oh, and there's the blood. That didn't take long. Guys, we might make it out of here by midnight. We might actually get out of here by midnight. It's actually possible.
Still your fair share of blood inside of professional wrestling. When you know that the longer the match goes, wait, so Moxley changing grip into this Gotch style hot driver. Oh, there it is, and Orange Cassidy may be done. We'll see what the purpose is. If you're a cover, yes. I'm glad it's hooked, Cassidy. He can kick out, but now Moxley Right hand, Cassidy was trying to cover up, but now was out of it. Moxley made a slip down at the beginning of that match.
Are we 19 minutes in the match? Are we fucking 19 minutes in? Really? There's no way we're 19 minutes in. I think we're about 9 minutes in. Okay, 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in. Yeah, that makes more sense. There's no way it's already been 20 minutes. No way, we're 19 minutes in. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It was a banger last year. All that. Oh yeah, that's where
The rest of AEW will Moxley on its head. Cassidy. What John Moxley is capable of. The result belongs to Cassidy.
oh yeah. I remember that match was really fun last year, and then the Full Gear one where Cassidy won, I remember being a pretty decent match as well. When they kind of just put the international title back on Orange because everyone else was getting injured.
Submission here. You can see that clasping the hands to prevent the full extension of the double whistle of Kai Moore, as it's also known. Cassidy showing some great submission defense. Say what you will about Orange Cassidy. He is an incredible professional wrestler. His ability to absorb punishment is resilience. Moxley is so motivated when a crowd cheers him or boos him. He gets off of that. Wrestler's giving the count on the floor to the challenger. Cassidy with 176 wins in AEW. The most of anyone for 177 would come up tonight. I think it would be his biggest. Good time on many levels. He is who he thought he was. Perhaps to the bitter end.
There we go. Oh, they're doing the trading blows spot. Christian Cage still has that contract from All In. He can cash in here. Oh, yeah, he does. They just never mention that. I never think about that. Ouch. Just ouch. Honestly, I think that's what it's gonna happen. Darby dethrones Mox. That's where Christian cashes in. I'm not even confident that Darby's gonna be the one to dethrone Mox anymore because Darby got destroyed this week by Claudio, right? Like Claudio beat Darby pretty bad from what I remember seeing or and hearing on the podcast I listened to. And by all means, correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm surprised that the Moxley so readily broke the hole. Referee got the 5. It would have been a disqualification. It seemed to try. They made it for power driver from the middle. Yes, I'll see how dangerous that can be. Absolutely.
Ouch. He was yeeted into the crowd by Claudio. Gotcha. I thought he lost a match to Claudio. Again, I don't watch. I don't keep up with the product the way I used to, so I miss these important details. Oh, okay, Claudio did win. Gotcha. I feel like Will should dethrone Mox. I feel like it's got to be someone that's like an AEW original, not someone that's just come into AEW from New Japan or something. It's got to be someone who the whole we needed AEW, no one would have known who we were without AEW. It's got to be one of those guys. Oh, hands are in the pockets. Chris Jericho shouldn't win the title again. Fucking agree. Chris Jericho shouldn't have won the Ring of Honor title again. But you know, TV deal and all that. Oh man, this has been the match of all time. The timing is right. Kenny could work. True, true. Oh, there's Claudio and Pac. Where's Yuta? But surely AEW's going to want to do Okada Omega 5. Probably. Probably. Oh, yeah, okay, the conglomeration is still a thing. Rocky Romero, Kyle O'Reilly, and Ishii. As I've called it before, the conglomeration is Tony Khan's favorite toys that he doesn't know what to do with, so he puts them all in a fucking faction together. Because why not? And I know Mark Briscoe is part of the conglomeration as well, for some reason. Hey, Willow! Orange has got the briefcase. Yeah, I'd count Orange as an original. Oh my god, he hit him with the briefcase. Oh, well, there's someone. There's Yuta. Well, that was underwhelming. That was a very underwhelming match, I will say. Copeland should return. Copeland returning doesn't really fit, because Copeland is definitely not an AEW original. Not by a long shot. Yuta's gonna die at the hands of the Death Riders at some point. Yeah, probably. What the hell? Ew. Oh, Hangman! Alright. Why did he lose to Jay White then? You know, if he was going to come out and confront Mox, why did he lose tonight? Oh, wait a minute! Oh my god! No fucking way! No fucking shot! No fucking shot. Christian doesn't pay child support. No fucking shot, right? No fucking shot we're about to end with Christian winning the belt. Oh, no, there's Jay White. And there's Claudio. This is either building to something or it's going to be like last time and just nothing's going to happen.
Control here. What does this mean for the future of AEW? That's a question of an outline. What does all this mean? The Tex Rogers bringing their champion, the AEW World Champion, John Moxley, for safety. They're making a hasty retreat. Correct. As Jay White is hanging out, there's very unexpected developments here. This cage wow. He knew when he was hit with the shot that benefited him the most. Where he put on a kick switch.
I guess that's just kind of it. Oh, what the fuck? Um, who was that? Yeah, this is Grand Theft Auto. This is just a straight up felony right here. So we're gonna find out who's in that. Oh, yeah, it checks out. That was yeah. Of all of the AEW shows I've watched, that was indeed one of them. I will say, end of the show. It's midnight. I'm about to go to bed. I gotta go feed my cats first. But end of the show. Didn't really didn't really I don't intend on watching on Wednesday is all I'm gonna say there. That was just kind of a eh. Alright then. Alright, cool. I will see you